All right, everyone, here we go. This is an all signs reading. It's for everyone. Doesn't matter. I'm just doing some energy reading here. Doesn't matter what your sign is. You could be a human being, a chipmunk, a raccoon. Doesn't matter. We're pulling on Mercury retrograde, and it's a particularly powerful one, especially because of all the energies that are around that I've been talking about, including the new core energy cycle we're in, which amplifies the effects of the astrology, the various things pulling on the energy that I'm pulling on. That being said, Mercury's at home in Gemini. It's retrograde in Gemini starting tomorrow, but I can tell you it's here today. Well, in part because I read energy, but even if I didn't read energy, I could still tell you it's here, it's happening. And that's because everything is energy, and weather is energy. Weather is strong energy that we can all pick up on. And I'll tell you what, I walked outside this morning, and we've retrograded back to winter here. You could have told me it was Christmas morning and I'd have believed you. It's dry and cool. We don't usually get that here in May, and yesterday sure as hell wasn't like that. That being said, yeah, Mercury retrograde's here. And Mercury is at home in Gemini, like I said. It is the one retrograde. Everyone associates Mercury retrograde with bringing people back from the past and all of that. This is really where that happens. When Mercury is retrograde in Gemini. It really is. And with the energies around it, plus Jupiter moving into Aries tomorrow, joining Venus there, which I'm going to be pulling on, it's something else. My pre-shuffle proves it too. So let's get rolling. This is a general reading. May or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. All right? You ready? Technically, this reading is timeless. It always is. Mostly because you all are on different timelines. We're all on the same freeway. All right? We're all moving at different speeds. That's a way to look at it. So you might approach this energy a little slower than someone else. Someone else might be ahead of us. Who knows? But right here, these cards have come up before. I shuffled for a good 5 minutes here, talking to the universe about Mercury retrograde, because I was blown away by the weather this morning. I got 6 Pentacles. I'll just show you my pre-shuffle. Why not? 6 Pentacles. Somebody who didn't want to give to this before now does. I'll tell you what, it's bringing them back. There's Judgment. That's a card we want to see in Mercury retrograde, Judgment. We want to see this or the 8 of Cups. We definitely 8 of Cups reversed ideally, but still 8 of Cups or Judgment. Those are nice cards to see here. This is our base energy. It's somebody who, again, the 6 of Pentacles. They want to give. They were breadcrumbing. Now they want to give to it. We look at the energies around it as to whether or not how we read it. It can be a card of just breadcrumbing, but they used to do that. They didn't give you much. This is somebody from the past showing up in your present to affect your future. And it's major arcana, and I believe it. And I tell you what, there's the 8 of Cups. It's someone who's again, they're heartbroken over this. And I know you don't believe that. I know some of you are like, my person's not heartbroken over anything. Well, everything is relative. It's relative. So they are. There's a lot of pain here. None of your people ever, at the very least, none of your runners ever wanted this to be completely over, dead, done. And it's slipping away. And then Mercury retrograde here with the bravery that's in the energy, the little superpower pill. We're seeing that Knight of Wands a lot, aren't we? Yeah, we're seeing it a lot. I'll tell you what, there's the 9 of Pentacles. It's somebody here who's a little bit liberated. And we got that energy once before in a recent reading. I feel that. I feel somebody here there's an admiration, a little layer of admiration in the energy. They're very inspired by you a little bit. And they never tell you that. Too much ego at play for them to tell you that. But we're putting an end here to this 5 of Swords, this self-sabotage and all of that. It's coming to an end because there's that Knight of Wands crossing it. And that doesn't surprise me. I got every card I wanted to see for Mercury retrograde here. Okay, I did. I got the Knight of Wands. It's a brave, impulsive action. A lot of this energy is about Jupiter moving into Aries, which I'm going to pull on tomorrow. But Mercury retrograde does turn people right around. And somebody's turning around here and showing up. Let's see where this reading goes. I think some of you got a little bit of, I had a Christmas surprise this morning. Felt like Christmas outside. And I was expecting to smell cinnamon pine cones and all of that with the way the weather is. It retrograded back. Some of you got a little Christmas surprise coming too. Somebody who never really gave to you. There's always a but in there, and there's some fear here. There's a lot of things in the energy. So let's just pull a reading. Let's shuffle the deck here right now. Give me the soulmate cycle universe and the effect of Mercury retrograde in Gemini. Let's see where we go. I tell you what, this is some strong energy here. This is it's like a fire hose of energy. Yep, here we go. Why the fuck are we here is before the cut. It's the Queen of Swords. Somebody's got something they want to say. Somebody, I always say about this card, it's someone who's realized the truth. She holds Archangel Michael's sword of truth here. But it is somebody who can't unfeel it. They can't get rid of it. But also there's another energy here that ties to that Nine of Pentacles from the pre-shuffle. All right? It's somebody who has made some changes, at least internally, on their side. Okay? Let's see what comes after the Queen of Swords. I like that card there. I like that we're here because of the Queen of Swords and not some Four of Pentacles fear card or some shit like that. Look at that. Did you see that? Did you see what just happened? Well, hopefully the cut was on camera, because there's no fucking money, no fucking funny business going on here. It's the Nine of Pentacles. I just got done telling you that Queen of Swords has an energy that tied to the Nine of Pentacles in the pre-shuffle. It came out after the cut. Yeah, somebody's made some changes here. They've had some realizations. They could just be internal. For some of you, it's both internal and external with this person. It is. That Queen of Swords is tied, proof of it after the cut, to that Nine of Pentacles. Someone getting themselves liberated, single and free to pursue, or just finding themselves a little bit. Growing a pair, right? Okay, let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck. That's awesome. I love a reading that starts with magic like that. That is so cool. All right, this is going to be a cool reading, and the witches want to talk too, and we're gonna see what they have to say. Let's go. Give me the soulmate cycle, you fickle old gal, universe. She's not that fickle today. I gotta tell you, that was pretty clean. Okay, that's a pretty clean tie-in. I like that. I like when the universe backs me up and doesn't put egg in my face. Give me the soulmate cycle and the effect of Mercury retrograde in Gemini on said cycle. Let's go. Let's see where we go here. Give me a reading. Come on now. It knows what I mean by that. Okay. All right. Our overall energy of everything that falls on the table here. Okay, this card is crossing the Queen of Swords, is the Hermit. And that makes sense. It's crossing the Queen of Swords in my reading, the card before the cut, the one that's tied to the Nine of Pentacles. And I said, it's an inner no. They can't get rid of this. All right, it's not going anywhere. Somebody is following their intuition, what their soul is telling them to do. Okay, and they've made some changes. That Nine of Pentacles that Queen of Swords was tied to, those are some internal changes that have been made. Okay, for some of you it's manifesting in the external. It may have already. They may have told someone they were with that, had a talk. The talk. I don't know. But this is very good. What's crossing the Hermit? Look at that. The Six of Pentacles. Again, someone who breadcrumbed is showing up. They're showing up here. There's no doubt about it for a good chunk of you, because our pre-shuffle just again repeats itself right there in that. And I gave that deck a good shuffle too. I was shuffling the whole time I was talking. All right. So, up to this point in the reading, we've verified the entire thing. Now I'm giving the deck another shuffle because my intuition's telling me to. So that's what I'm doing. I wouldn't normally shuffle here, but I started shuffling without thinking about it. And I've done over 1,000 of these readings at this point. You think I know my own reading? Well, I'm being encouraged to shuffle, so I'm shuffling. All right. Always go with the flow of the energy. All right. If something's happening, it's happening for a reason. So now we have our reading. And by the way, we have a new bottom card, which we can also look at. Universe wanted to give us this Two of Wands message. Yeah, sometimes when I talk, listen, the universe and I, we go way back. Okay, way back to me being a little kid, and I don't like it, but if it helps people, I'm fine with it. I was just talking about how some of them may have had the talk, right? Sometimes when I talk, the universe backs me up or it puts egg in my face. You saw it today with the Nine of Pentacles. It's backing me up. It wanted us to see this. They've let go of something. They've had some kind of, at the very least, internal change. And it's because it's not just Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde is probably what's turning them around and saying, I have to do it. It's compelling them to come back into your energetic area, if you will, your field of energy. But there's more here than that. So the reading's on the flip. Let's see where we go here. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how your person feels in their emotions. Right here's how they feel about you in the soul. Not what they show you, not what they tell you in the 3D. Right here's the hidden energy the universe wants you to know. And I'll tell you it's red with the energy of the connection, technically. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I still, regardless of these awesome cards and a major arcana as our overall energy, I can't predict free will. I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top, and you bet your sweet asses there's going to be a link for an extended in the description. Because this is too much. It's too weird already. I got weird weather outside taking me back to Christmas time. I got a reading that's just some other energy is drawing these cards, not me. Let's find out what else it wants to tell us, all right? There was something else about this Two of Wands, though. What the hell was it? I don't know. This Mercury retrograde is what's turning them around. But there's everything else. All the other energies at play are pushing them. I almost feel like a sense of urgency here, which you usually don't get off the Two of Wands. What's the energy around the connection right now? Let's go. Let's do this. Let's move that on camera there. There you go. Seven of Swords. There's been a lot of deception here. There's a lot of nonsense that's happened here in this connection. That's a strange card to have in the energy of the connection. All right? I think somebody is realizing, because we have to take all the cards that have come before this. We can't forget to pre-shuffle. We can't forget to pre-cut. That's all part of the reading. And this overall energy, this hermit, this inner knowing, they're following their intuition now. I think they're realizing, and there seems to be a lot of shame and guilt around this Seven of Swords. I think they're realizing that they fucked up here. That's an easy way to put it. I think they're realizing this behavior. We'll have to see when we clarify. Let's see how they are in their emotions. 10 Swords. Again, putting an end to this. It's what I just told you, 10 Swords. On one hand, in their emotions, they don't want this to be over. None of you, I've said it to you before, I'll say it again. They're coming back because nobody here, none of your runners wanted this to be over, dead, done, dead. But also this and their emotions tells me, because again, we have a row here. This card will bookend this card, and this is our baseline energy. Basically 3 cards from the universe. That said, the baseline energy is we're putting an end to this behavior. And I believe this hermit plays a role in it, this soul energy coming up from the depths. Because that 9 of Pentacles was important. It came back twice. And I read it before it came out the second time. I said that Queen of Swords was tied to that 9 of Pentacles up in the pre-shuffle. And that's somebody who's just completely let go of all the bullshit. You know, it's hard to explain, but it's very strong. How do they feel about you in the soul? Now, this is bookending the 7 of Swords, so this makes perfect sense. This is because every card that falls here, these 2 cards have to be everything that's coming to an end. Okay, everything that's in their emotions that's over. I'm done with this. I'm done with this behavior. I'm done with you. I'm done with that. I'm done. Right? Done. Because this resets to an Ace of Swords. And I believe it does. Because I have bookending the 7 of Swords, the Queen of Wands. This person is done because of an inner knowing, because of that Queen of Swords where they can't unknow the truth here. They can't unfeel you. Okay? What's coming to an end is fakey McFakerman here. All this bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is the Queen of Wands is pretense. It's fakey McFakerman. It's the queen of the cover story. Someone who lies to themselves and lies to others, or just tells a cover story, which is all the good parts you want people to know, and then you just leave out the bad stuff, right? A lie of omission is a cover story, all right? That being said, I think they're done with that. And the energy around the connection right now, because this is how their behavior has been, and how in their soul, they've just been shutting it down in the soul. Because of that, we have an energy around the connection of deception, of mild devil energy. Right? It's very mild, though. It's just a minor arcana. It's just the 7 of Swords. And I know this is all changing because our overall energy is a card of the soul. All right? All of that. This is somebody, again, and we see the lamp here, that inner knowing. This is very interesting. I like how the universe is basically telling us this. What I was about to say to myself is I like this because it's doing this, this, and this. Why don't I just tell you? In the pre-shuffle, the universe already told us what Gemini Mercury retrograde is doing. It's turning them around. The reading is telling us why. Okay? That's what's happening here. This is very cool. This is very cool. It's not just a bunch of cards that say they're coming back. They're coming back. It's telling, universe, like, I already told you they're coming back. This is why. Because somebody's getting real here. Somebody is in there following their intuition, following their inner wisdom, which has been there the whole time, I might add. What's the universe want to tell you? It's red with the Seven of Swords. 4 swords. Somebody's healing this shit, right? And also the universe has a message for you, my viewers. Ooh, how about that? The reason nothing happened here is because of all this. Is because they're surrounded by an energy of deception. And we see this a lot in the extendeds. I bet we'll see it in this one too. Where this person is surrounded by either controlling entities or something within them, behavior patterns, things along those lines, and that's why nothing happened. But also the universe in another, because energy is always in layers, in another layer of energy, it's telling us that they're healing this. It's verifying the reading. This card verifies the whole thing. All right. So we're finding out why they're coming back here. We already know they are. What's the potential final outcome? Red with 10 swords. It's very nice. Well, it's 2 cards that wanted to come out together. It's the 2 of Swords and the Hangman. All right. It ties to, again, it's one card of, again, how do I explain this? And I hate that these wanted to come out together. I wish they came out separately. I wish this was a clarifier on here, but it doesn't matter. What's coming to an end is doing nothing. It's red with the 10 of Swords. The net result here is something's going to happen. A decision is going to be made and somebody's going to come off the fence. This is because these cards are red with this card, with their emotions. Their emotions are 3D. This card predicts, not allowing for free will, predicts their actions in the 3D. So we have to read it with this. All right, and that's how the energy is reflecting. Each one of these cards is almost a separate message. These 2 tell us what's coming to an end, and this card tells us the end. These cards tell us the end result of that, of this. In their emotions, they're like, I'm done with this behavior. I'm done with this bullshit. It's a period of doing nothing is coming to an end, and I got a card of doing nothing here from the universe telling me that this is coming to an end, and there's healing. Okay, healing coming to the self-deception and all this deception around the connection. Let's see what the light seers have to say. Let's clarify this. All right, so we've got those 2 cards there. So I'm going to predict communication here in the final outcome when I clarify. And that's the way it should play out. It should play out with some sort of forward motion here. Okay, we'll see. We got a fresh deck. Bottom of the deck randomly before I start shuffling is the Death card. All right, that means something. Why? That's transformation. Why is and that's, again, that's what we see here. All right, the universe being very subtle here, but our pre-shuffle did show them coming back. Why is the 7 of Swords here? Let's clarify. Why is the 7 of Swords here? All right, let's see where we go. All right. Why? Oh, yeah, it's crossed by the Chariot. All right, it's this energy of somebody taking control of this. The Emperor, a controlled, balanced Emperor drives the Chariot. You got to get those 2 horses going where you want them to go. The affecting energy of the 7 of Swords is no more of this bullshit. This is going to get away. This is my behavior here, my fakey McFakerman and 7 of Swords and all of that has caused problems here because nothing's happened. We're putting an end to that. I'm telling you, the cards are going to reflect that. That's the energy that's here. It's really cool. I love readings like this. Really cool. All right, what's on top? I love the universe sometimes. The way I said, she's not a fickle old gal today. She's playing straight. She's straight shooting for sure. The world is on top of it. It's changing. It's what I already told you. This behavior is changing. A cycle of this shit is coming to an end. That's why. Why is the 7 of Swords here? It's like me asking, why, universe, are you giving me a 7 of Swords here? Well, I already told you because I read the energy, and now I get the answer through a card, a medium, landing on top of it. I'm showing you the 7 of Swords, Steve, because it's coming to an end. A cycle of this shit is over. It's what I already told you. Why is the world here? Because they can't stop feeling you. Because their feminine energy is coming up. It's the Queen of Tits. It's the Empress. This is why the world is here. This is why this bullshit is coming to an end. It's because they can't unsee you. They can't unfeel you. And their feminine energy is coming up. We already know that. That's been coming up in the readings a lot lately. It's unreal. Once they've seen these tits, they can't not want them. Male or female, it doesn't matter. This is nice. The universe backing me up today. I like that. I like that. Thank you, universe. Okay. Ten of Swords. Yeah. This is very easy energy to read. It's very clear. And the clarifiers are proving it. This is an irresistible. They don't want this to be over. I'm pulling on this Ten of Swords right now. There's so much energy around this. I could do a 1-hour video on just the energy that's around that card. But I'll give you the top 2 layers. It's basically they never wanted this to be over, and they're realizing that their behavior is causing it. Mercury retrograde is turning them around. But it's also, as they turn around, the other energies in play around it are really, as we've seen in recent readings, making this person realize some things. All right, let's see here. Why is the Ten of Swords here? My God, that's incredible. Okay, why? I told you it was an important card. And from another deck, it's coming back again. All right, why? Why are they done with this behavior? This fakey McFakerman, this Seven of Swords nonsense? Well, yeah, a cycle is coming to an end, and a new cycle is beginning, a cycle of their feminine energy coming up. Right? Their inner divine feminine coming up in their fields, which we know from Venus and Pisces, if you saw my reading on that. Now Venus is in Aries. If you saw that reading, you know they come forward. Mercury retrograde's just kicking them in the ass. Right? And Jupiter in Aries is that I'm going to pull on tomorrow. We're going to see some serious shit, let me tell you. But a cycle is ending. All right? All of that. Yeah. 9 of Pentacles. Somebody has been liberated here. Whatever's been holding them back, somebody woke the fuck up. Okay? They woke the fuck up. Also, the reason they don't want it to be over with you, dead, done, is because you're fucking awesome. You're the shit. You got a falcon. Yeah, you're the shit. It's true. It's a very important card. What's on top? I love this. I love it when cards repeat and messages because of this whole top row. It's Fakey McFakerman. Why is the 10? Why, universe, are you telling me they're done with whatever behavior they're feeling? Why are they feeling so low right now? Because of their behavior. This card backs up everything I've already said about this top row, the fact that it came out from another deck. And the King and Queen of Wands are very common cards in this soulmate cycle. They're all over the place. We call the King of Wands the Burger King. Right? Got to have it their way. This is Fakey McFakerman. This Fakey McFakerman behavior is coming to an end. I said it when I pulled this Seven of Swords. I did, rewind. I said there's an element of shame here for their behavior. And that has been coming up in recent readings. There's an element of shame here. They're all done denying that you matter. Can I phrase it to you like that? Will you get it? Okay? Imagine you're this person right here. Right? You're the Queen of Tits, male or female. Best tits in the tarot. They're all done, 10 of Swords, pretending, the Fakey McFakerman, that you don't matter. Okay? A cycle, the world is here because of that. The world is here to tell me that the Seven of Swords behavior is coming to an end. The whole reading is cross-checking itself, like checking your math and your math homework. It's just cross-checking. And that's been happening a lot lately. You know, and I look for that in a reading. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Look at that. Because it's been holding them back. Is what I've been telling you. Somebody woke the fuck up here. They woke the fuck up. They've liberated themselves from what's been holding them back. This type of behavior always holds us back. What do I always teach you? The universe, hell, the Bible teaches it to you too, but you don't need me. But I teach it to you in my own words. The universe doesn't reward pretense. Fakey McFakerman never wins in the end. The universe rewards honesty. What they're realizing and why they're putting an end to it, why the universe gave me the Queen of Wands here to back up my read, is because it's been holding them back. It's been leaving them stuck on the shore. From new horizons, from new things, new people, better tits. I don't know. Phrase it however you want. This whole reading is backing itself up. Holy fuck. All right, Queen of Wands. Why is it here in this instance? Why is Queen of Wands showing up in the soul? Now it's red with the Seven of Swords. We already know. You know, there's on the surface, on the very surface energy, which I sometimes skip for you guys because you can get that from anyone. There's an attraction here. Okay, well we know that. Look, Nobody can resist those tits. There's an attraction here. Okay, but the bottom line is, it's more than that. They carpet swept you, and it cost them. It cost them you. It cost them a lot of things. This behavior is changing. Like I said, this final outcome is going to show some forward movement. I believe that because the last card out will be red with the Three of Wands. I think she's jumping in the water. We already know they're coming back to you. The universe got that out of the way early. They're turning around. Mercury retrograde in Gemini does that. It's the one that really brings people back around from the past. All kinds of people from the past. All right? It's like unreal. All right, why is the Queen of Wands here in the soul? Why? Why? Oh, wow. Do you see this? You don't, because I haven't showed it to you. You want to talk about a divinely guided reading. I got the Queen of Wands, which is this, on top of 10 swords here, right? The affecting energy of the Queen of Wands is the 10 of swords from another deck. I mean, that's unreal. I don't even know what the fuck's happening here. That's unreal. It just is everything I already told you. They're done with this behavior. It's just this whole top row is just a repeating message of I'm done lying to myself. I'm done. I'm done telling everyone that my side is great and everything I've got is great and I'm happily married, or if that's your person, whatever it is. They're done with the behavior that's been holding them back from coming toward this connection. And a lot of it has to do with their feminine energy is up. It's way up. It's actually out of balance with their masculine energy, meaning it's above it. There's more of it. And they're in their feels, is the way the kids might like to phrase that. Anyway, this behavior is coming to an end. And also in the surface energy, where I said there's a strong attraction here, of course there is. Look at those tits. There's a strong attraction here. Yeah, they don't want you to get away. Nobody ever wanted this to be over. And there's your communication. That's the affecting energy. That's what their soul, because our overall energy is the hermit. That's the soul. That's our inner wisdom. The birds in the air, they definitely want to talk to you, but they're nervous. It's multiple birds. Okay? I'm trying to give you as much of the energy that's here as I can. This could be a 9-hour reading. I'm telling you, there's a lot here. What's on top? Yep, look at that. Another card from our reading. So this final outcome points to the soul energy, is what the universe is telling me. I like to give you transparency. Again, what did I just get done saying? This behavior is done. They have a whole new perspective on their behavior here. Okay? Whatever is in the extended, we need to pull on the world, basically. We need to find out what happened. Why is this person all of a sudden 9 Pentacles? Liberated from this fake, phony-ass behavior. It could be just because this might be over. This could be the last chance. That's sort of the energy that's here. There's an energy of last chance. And I think whether it's real or not, all that matters is perception, right? Any PR agency will tell you that. It's perception. Perception is truth. That's a saying that they have. You go to a PR office, they have that on their wall in a plaque. Perception is truth. It is. So fuck them. Let them think that. Because it's a catalyst that's causing them to make some changes. That could be part of that catalyst energy. They have a new perspective on this. Why is the hangman here? And they got victory over it. Now they want you. Okay, can I phrase it? I'll just phrase it simply. I won't give you any hocus pocus or anything. Now they want you. All right? Now. Really. And I think some of you might be like that. Some of you might be like, now you're coming in? Now you're showing up? Some of you might be like that. That's in the energy. But either way, their new perspective is your victory. You equal victory. All right? And there's some determination here to make this happen. All right? This whole, it's unreal. I'm going to watch this reading back because it's just unreal the way this whole row, everything I told you before I threw the cards, got backed up by the cards, literally. Actually, quite literally backed up. Not even like, oh, he made that fit. No, it's literal. It's straight up with repeat cards and everything. This is the perfect position for the Empress because this almost guarantees they show up. Because, come on, who don't want to bang that? Come on. But in the extended, I know at least right now I'm pulling on this world. It's the most powerful card in the major arcana. A cycle ended for them. Something caused them to change. There was a catalyst here. Something happened. And I want to know what it is. I want you to know what it is, so you know who's showing up. I've never felt this energy on this before. I don't think they've been this far down the line before. They've been close to coming towards you, but I don't think we haven't been here. This is uncharted territory. All right, and I think it has a lot to do with Jupiter's movement too, which is why I'm pulling on that tomorrow. All right, why is the Four of Swords here? What else you want to tell us, universe? Tell me about this Four of Swords. Why is it here? Wow. Okay, the universe basically saying this: someone's done nothing because of this Seven of Swords nonsense, right? Because they've been carpet sweeping. I've got the Three of Cups crossing it. Now they're about to open. The affecting energy is there's an and I believe it because the Empress is here. It's the irresistible force. There's an irresistible urge to open up, to talk. But also, there might be a third energy here, and it might have been something that they've lied to themselves about and done nothing about in the past that now they want to do something about. Okay? I believe that's true, but I'm really more interested in you and what it means to you, because your energy is attached to this. This is also their feminine energy coming up. There's an undying urge to reach out here. Okay? And of course there is. I'm pulling on Mercury retrograde in Gemini. It is the Mercury. Everyone says, oh, Mercury retrograde, it brings people back to you. It doesn't really when it's in. It depends what sign it's in. It depends the energy that's around it. You have to look at energy in context. Okay? And I talk about that in a recent blog article I wrote. I talk about energy context. The good, the bad, and the ugly, I think that article is called. Okay? Mercury is at home in Gemini. Its job in that is to bring people back to you. Bring people back home, right? We go home for the holidays, right? You can look at it that way, kind of a thing. And I opened this reading by talking about saying it felt like Christmas outside. What a coincidence that I use that analogy here. I didn't plan that. I don't have a script for these readings. That is, I'm trying to describe the energy that's here for you. Somebody sees you as home, and they lied to themselves. They didn't want to believe that. Now they know it. There's a difference between believing something and knowing something. It's beyond faith at this point. It's a knowing. That's why that Queen of Swords came out. And they can't unknow it either. You can't unsee those tits. You can't. They're awesome. Male or female, even if they're chicken tits. Don't worry about it. All right, here we go. What's on top of the Four Swords? 10 Wands. Yeah. The dam's breaking. We've been waiting for the 10 of Wands been coming up a lot. We've been waiting for that dam to break. The sticks to break the back of the guy on the Witch's Tarot. Or in this one here, waiting for somebody. Some of you, I mentioned a third party here. Some of you, this is what's happened to that third party. Bye-bye. They packed up their little cow and left. For all of you, though, whether that's the case for you or not, it doesn't matter. The dam broke. And I know that because it's red with the World card. Again, probably one of the most important cards. The most important two cards on the table, I think, are the World and the Empress here. I do. And maybe the Hangman. Why is the 10 of Wands here? Yep, Temperance. This is beautiful. It's a knowing. It's what, I mean, God, Jesus, this reading is unreal. It's a knowing. It's the card of the angel. Not only do I not have a devil on the table, I have the angel. And it's you. It's this feminine, as this feminine energy comes up, somebody come to their senses here. Somebody realized what's been holding them back, keeping them on shore. And they realized it's this behavior, this Queen of Wands, and it's backed up twice, both in the soul, same message. Soul and ego, same fucking message. Someone's realized that this behavior of pretense, they don't like the way they've been living. And they want to change it. And they are. Okay? There's an underlayer of energy as to why, which we're going to find out in the extended for sure, but this is communication here. Somebody's coming to talk to you. The dam broke here. And it was the angel energy that did it. All right? That's very interesting. Energy balanced here. And the moment it balances, we get clarity. I think it has a lot to do with the new core energy cycle we're in, but I think it's much deeper than that. Now, our final outcome, red with 10 swords, is the 2 of swords and the Hangman. That's the behavior that's coming to an end. Saying the same thing over here. Fakey McFakerman's coming to an end. Fakey McFakerman can't make a decision to save his or her life. Okay? Because they're too busy trying to pretend that stuff doesn't matter or trying to look cool. They never really make a decision. They don't really take chances of anything that might hurt their image. All of that's coming to an end. And that always holds people back in life. It keeps them from stuff that's real, you know? This is very nice. This is going to be a good Mercury retrograde. I'll tell you what. Okay, what's the final on this? Why is the Two of Swords hangman energy here? All right. It's basically a hangman with two swords. And I see this raven chewing the rope, knocking that out of the tree. Let's see where we go. I said there'd probably be forward movement here. I said it. Rewind. I could get egg on my face. I don't know. I'm shuffling. What's the final on this universe? Why is the Two of Swords and the hangman here? Why? It was one of the cards I said was one of the most important cards we want to see. I said we want to see, well, a hangman I mentioned. I also mentioned the judgment card, which we got in the pre-shuffle. And I said this one too, and it came back again. It's the Eight of Cups. Yeah, that's, again, these cards here represent what's coming to an end. They're red with the Ten of Swords. There's 10 swords in this I can't make a decision, I'm just going to sit on the fence behavior. Somebody here walking away from 8 broken cups to come toward their 9 cups of happiness and fulfillment. Walking toward the sun. Somebody is done with this behavior. All right, they're walking away from it because this behavior is breaking their heart. Whether they're married or not, they're causing it. It's holding them back. It's a realization they're having. There's no doubt with the Queen of Swords that was before the cut. It is a realization that they are having. It is happening. All right, now it's up to their free will whether they actually come in with the energy or not, but the energy is there for it. And Mercury retrograde is just forcing them to turn around. And the other energies are giving them some bravery to do something about this and make some changes. I see that with the world. What's on top here? Two of Wands reversed. Why is the Two of Wands reversed here? Because of the Knight of Wands. Look at that. I told you, forward movement. Two of Wands reversed is we're all done. We're all done looking out the window. Right? We're all done. Someone who was, we have to take into consideration. Okay, I'm going to show it to you. I like transparency in my readings. The Ten of Swords is red with these. Your final outcome is all about this Ten of Swords. Okay? It's all about everything I've told you about this behavior holding them back and all of that. What's coming to an end, they haven't been doing anything. They've just been looking out the window. That other wand was in the room. This is reversed energy here on this. This behavior, I said, has been holding them back. This card, Two of Wands reversed, is red with the Queen of the Queen of Wands, Fakey McFakerman, which is here because of the Three of Wands. It's been keeping them on the shore, keeping them from taking chances. I got the Two of Wands reversed with this. It's saying the same thing. It's been holding them back. They haven't been making a decision. They haven't been setting the attention to do anything. They've just been la la la, I don't care, carpet sweep it, blah blah blah. It's here. Why is this reversed? Why is this here? It's here because of the Knight of Wands. They're charging in. It's forward movement. It's what I said. I said because, rewind, I said because the Three of Wands is here, I'm pretty sure we're going to see some forward movement here. And these two are red together, the Three of Wands and the Knight of Wands. It is. It's wands. It's passion. It's fire. It's someone's got some fire in their belly here to do something. All right? They do. It's a brave, impulsive action. I believe it is brave for this person to do this. There's something, all the energies around them are making them brave. They're conducive to bravery. That being said, this is one hell of a reading. It looks like somebody's coming in. They're probably just going to show up. They're nervous. I told you that with the 10 swords crossing over here in the soul, with the birds in the air. They're nervous about it. So the Knight of Wands can get out as fast as they come in, but for this person, even just showing up is a goddamn miracle. They are, because there's a lot of wands here, there's a lot of passion, that backs up the Hermit. They are operating from their intuition, from a point of the soul, not the ego. They're shutting down the ego, having a new perspective about victory that they can get from the soul energy. Having a new perspective on how this behavior, this Queen of Wands that's under here, this second Queen of Wands, that holds them back. Okay? Let's go back to the witches real quick. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell us. I'm going to pull some wicked voodoo on this. I'm going to pull on your person. All right? Now I'm going I'm going to pull also Mercury retrograde from your perspective and see how it affects you. Because you may, this all might be a bit of a too little too late for some of you. I don't know. But I'm going to pull on your person because this world holds a lot of energy. And that Nine of Pentacles came up 3 times. One time by magic. And I'll tell you, that world has a lot to tell us. That cycle that ended for this person. Why? Why all of a sudden now are they realizing that this behavior... Something happens. We don't realize we're behaving poorly until usually it's pointed out to us. Or by a person or by a situation. Right? Maybe a person might tell you, hey, you're behaving like an asshole. And that causes you to think and then you do stuff. Or sometimes it's a situation. Maybe you're one of those people, one of those idiots who texts and drives and thinks you can multitask. Human beings can't multitask, by the way. Studies have shown that. And one day, you just keep doing it. You drive down the road, texting, and then it's a situation that causes you to realize that behavior is stupid. You hit someone, or you hit a pole. That is the catalyst for you to go, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this anymore. God, I guess I can't multitask. Well, there you go. Something happened. Something like that happened with this person. There's that catalyst energy that's here in May. And I'm going to try and find out. For some of you, it has to do with a marriage. For some of you, it has to do with just something inside your person. Maybe they lost a job. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out what it all means to you in particular, which is really what's important here. Okay? Now, let's pull 3 cards and a crossing card, see what else the universe wants to tell us here. Anything else you got to say about this, what can only be described as divinely guided reading? Universe. What else you want to tell everyone before I go pull some wicked voodoo? I got a Fool. I got a 3 of Swords. It's the same message I've been getting. I've been getting this message over and over again. I got a star crossing the 3 of Swords. Somebody here is hurt. Both sides are hurt. But somebody, I'm talking about the incoming energy. Well, I asked the universe what it wanted to tell you. You already know you're hurt. I don't need to tell you that. Somebody here is in a lot of pain about something they didn't do, about a manifestation that they brought in, which was you. They manifested you. I know that. I figured that out a long time ago, last year, that the runner's side is the one who manifested this connection to come in. Regardless, it doesn't matter. Okay, a long-held wish, someone has worked against their wish. Someone has been afraid to take a leap of faith. And they're not anymore. Slowly but surely, they are coming towards you. Mercury retrograde is the wind behind this canoe pushing it out, because I'm pulling on that energy. 3 Swords is the card, the number 1 card that brings people in these soulmate cycles. Okay? Ends the separation phase. The number 2 card is the 5 of Cups. That's the number 2 energy, in my opinion, just based on data that I have. That being said, somebody here wants to end the pain. But something happened. This world, this whole little bank of cards right here is the baseline for because all this backs it up anyway. This whole top row really is the baseline for our extended. Why? Why all of a sudden? What was the catalyst here? Why all of a sudden are they now realizing, oh shit, by being fakey McFakerman, that holds me back. And it's cost me. It's cost me. Why are they realizing it now? Let's find out. So if you want the extended, it's there for you. I want it. I don't care. The link is in the description. This person here, it's going to be very interesting to find out why. What the fuck happened here? Because this is a total turnaround, and it's got more to do. It's got a lot more to do than just Mercury retrograde. That being said, I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, I'm going to go pull some wicked voodoo now. Good luck.